Alright, we just got into our hotel last night. It was pretty late, so we did end up getting our badges, so we just packed up for our first day of Artist Alley, so we're heading out the door here. So hope to see you soon. Bye!
See you soon, guys!
And we're going to kick off day one with a little bit of a peek for all of you at what the booth looked like. Obviously, this is before a lot of other people have their booths around us set up, and so we thought we kind of would try to get there as early as possible and get everything all squared away and set up for the weekend. And honestly, I think we did a pretty good job. We'll get a little bit more into the first day as we continue on the video here, but thought we'd at least show you what the booth looked like right at the beginning.
Here's the back of the booth. We've got some prints back here for easy grab. Got some over here. And then we've got all our extra prints down below here. Got some bags, lunch and everything, extra bags. And we've got our keychains and pins on this cute little box on the side.
Overall, day one turned out to be really amazing. We met a lot of awesome people, whether that was customers or booth mates that sold alongside us, and it was just a great crowd that day. And before we get into the day two side of things, we just wanted to show you this funny little clip of a really cute costume that we saw.
It's so cute!
Now let's get into day two, which absolutely was our busiest out of the 3-day weekend that we sold at Rose City Comic Con. We made a lot of sales on this day. We ended up making our table back on this day and then some, which was really amazing and spectacular. We really didn't expect to be making that much at our first con, but we were very pleasantly surprised on just how well we did overall. But this was this day that really brought in most of our revenue. And we thought the crowds were busy on Friday on the first day, but holy cow, they were even bigger on day two. And you also had just I think a lot of that traffic due to a lot of the Critical Role people being there, and some Guardians of the Galaxy cast and even Doctor Who people were coming to Rose City Comic Con in 2023, and so a lot of people wanted autographs, obviously, and pictures with them, and so that really drove a lot of the attendance for this day too. You know, one of the things that we really enjoyed seeing was the day two cosplay as well. I mean, the day one cosplay was great, don't get me wrong, but I mean, people really stepped up their game. I think they really wanted to do that so that when they met these people that came in for the celebrity meetups and greets and things like that, that they'd really blow the socks off of their favorite characters from different shows that they love. So that was really cool to see. And, you know, as we're kind of getting to the end of this clip, you see us, you know, every day when we would kind of leave the convention, we would grab kind of all of our product so that we could take it back to our hotel with us, and that way it wasn't just sitting out there in the convention. I know different artists do different things when they sell at Artist Alley, but we thought that was probably just to be on the safe side, since it is the Portland area, to try and make sure that we, you know, didn't leave anything to chance. Try to make sure we brought all of our stuff back, and you know, we would just kind of take down just a little bit of the stuff of our table every day, and this is kind of what you're seeing now, and so that when we got back the day after, we would just have a little bit of setup and then we'd be good to go. So like I said, overall day two was just really phenomenal. Blew our socks off, and now you get to see what day three was like.
Day three!
So day three ended up being busier than Friday, day one, but not as busy as day two on Saturday, and we were expecting that. I mean, we knew that even though it was going to be a weekend day, that it's not going to be as busy as it was the day before on day two, which was totally fine. But honestly, again, we did better than we expected, and that was kind of the theme of this entire convention. I mean, honestly, going into it, we thought we'd be lucky if we made maybe a couple $100. Didn't really think that we were going to be making back the table or anything like that, but honestly, we were pleasantly surprised when we not only made back the table, but we made back, I mean, everything else. I think we were only just $40 short of making back everything throughout the whole convention. So honestly, we were just very happy and very encouraged by how our very first time, that's a lot of varies, but went at a convention. So it was just a phenomenal ride, and really this whole Rose City Comic Con experience had us catch the convention bug big time. This was kind of the inception for a lot of the other conventions we have signed up for and continue to sign up for now. And so I don't think we'll ever really stop doing this. It was just so much fun putting all of it together. This very first table setup is kind of funny. You know, I'm recording this commentary after the fact, obviously, but even after our second convention, we just did one, if you have seen our last video, at Fan Expo in Portland in January of 24. So that was a whole experience. So this whole table setup, as I'm looking back on it now, we've massively upgraded it, and so we're continuing to kind of figure out and tool it. We've got a convention coming up in Salem, Oregon. It's called the Mid-Valley Comic Expo, and that is going to be in mid-April. So stay tuned for that, as we will probably have a video that will show you what we did to prepare for that one, as well as obviously a video of us selling at Mid-Valley Comic Expo. We really don't know a lot about that expo, so we'll see what the crowds are like, but it's just really interesting to watch us as we kind of come back and revisit, you know, our very first table setup. And you know, even though there wasn't a lot of time between this Comic-Con and the Fan Expo in January, only about maybe 3 or 4 months, a lot of change hit between that time, and still lots changing in between Fan Expo and what Mid-Valley will be. So it's always a really interesting experience selling at one of these conventions. And like I said, overall, the Rose City convention was very, very good for us. It was a big confidence booster, and it really helped us see that, holy cow, we can do this. We can follow our dreams together as a couple, and, you know, all the products that we make together, the books and the stickers and the prints, people actually really want them and like them, and we can make a little living at this. So obviously we've got a long ways to go before it's even more viable, but you know, overall it's just still been a great experience seeing this whole thing as it continues to materialize, and we are so happy and thankful for all of you guys that have shared alongside in our journey step by step with us. So as we continue to kind of go through all these convention stuff, we cannot wait to show you all what each convention that we sell at is like, as well as just show you the overall experience of what it's like to sell at these, and hopefully you'll like watching as we grow. So obviously now you're kind of seeing us take down the table. I can say that these little print stand things are such a pain in the butt. They really don't, they're easy to take down. They are not easy to set up, that's for sure. So one of the things that we are thinking about changing up is that little piece right there. I don't think we might use those anymore, just because they, like I said, are so horrible to take down. One of the things too is that that I will say is that your setup takes a lot longer than your tear down, obviously, and you know, one of the things that we like to do when it comes to figuring out how to set up is just get better and better at it. So one of the things that we would recommend, kind of a tip from people, you know, Pixie and I, who have sold at conventions now, is if you can, really practice setting up your table before you go. It's a huge help, because you already start building up a little bit of a muscle memory of, you know, how you like to set up your whole display, you know, where you like to put certain things along the table and kind of create a flow, as well as just getting used to working with all the tools that you've got. And so it's a really huge thing to be able to do to prepare for it. But like I said, guys, that's kind of how day 3 went at the beginning there. It was just a good day, good last day, and we were really happy to sell at this convention, that's for sure. Well, guys, that wraps up just kind of sharing with you how our first Rose City Comic Con went. It was an absolute blast selling there, and we're definitely going to be going back next year. Yeah, it went really well for our first time. Didn't really know what to expect right off the gate here, but it kind of went way better than we thought, so that was really good. So I definitely want to do it again. And we've got some already planned for January, so definitely stay tuned for more as we're getting more closer to that date. Yep. And then check out more of our information down below. Yep, Fan Expo in January is going to be a blast. And so please stay tuned to everything Baron Pixie Art Studio right here on this channel. If you want to like, leave a comment, and subscribe, it totally helps us out on the YouTube algorithm. We'll be forever in your debt. So thanks so much for stopping by. Hope you guys have a great day. All right, bye.